Hello world of YouTube, this is Homemade Collectibles channel. Today we're going to look at a brand new custom homemade action figure. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these because I'm so busy with everything, going to school and work. But I wanted to try to make my own Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, so this is a custom homemade action figure. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to take a closer look at what we have here. This is the Giganotosaurus, from the Jurassic World 3 movie that's coming out next year. I made this figure based off inspiration from designs we saw in the design of the leaked 5-minute preview, some images on Google, and also an image of the animatronic that we saw pictures of, or one picture of. So this is all based off that. So as you can notice, the dinosaur is not white. I couldn't make a white dinosaur without the details. So what I did was a little bit of color blending. This isn't just a yellowish, this is actually a yellowish, black, and purple mixed together. And I think it turned out really good. It really looks colorful. And I know it's not supposed to be white, but I tried to make it I didn't simply want to not color the paper plastic, and because when I did shade white, it didn't really work with the colored pencils, or the crayons that I used. Crayons work really well. So if you can see, it is actually a purplish yellow and black mixed together. Same thing on the top, it's actually a blue and black that's mixed in. What's really fun about this dinosaur is that it looked like the Indominus Rex, even though it's a species that exists. I noticed that it had these huge spikes right in the middle of the body, so that's what I incorporated. You can see there's some spikes here, then there's some smaller spikes right here, and then also by the neck area. The head sculpt is also really awesome, taking liberties from the animatronic we saw a picture of. You can see the teeth are not exactly T-Rex-ish, they're actually their own design, because Giganotosaurus has more serrated teeth that go back, and they're more smaller. You can see there's also the tongue there, which is also really nicely detailed. And you can see it's got patterns pointing down, which is what I saw in the design. And also the tail is bigger than the Dominion T-Rex I made. So if you've seen the video of that homemade T-Rex from Jurassic World Dominion that I made a video of 3 months ago, this is actually a resculpted tail. So this is the T-Rex tail I used, and then I extended it because it's got a much larger tail, which is fantastic. It also includes 2 accessories, actually 3. It comes with the capture gear, which goes on the mouth, and this Manticore enclosed gate, which would encircle around the Giganotosaurus, and it's supposed to simulate that's breaking free, which has this hinged movement. I'll show that a little bit, but first I want to pan the camera down so I can show you all these features. So it's got a lot of features. It's a bigger dinosaur, it's the new Indominus Rex. Oh, packaging. So this is the box, the custom box I made, really similar to the Jurassic World Dominion T-Rex box that I did. And you can see pictures of that on my eBay listing, or you can watch the video, which I think I'll provide a link so you know what I'm talking about. But you can see the Jurassic World Dominion logo. This is figure number 4 that I made from this movie line. This is a TS Camp Live exclusive. Dino Escape. There's a Dominion Giganotosaurus. Taking liberties from Mattel, Kenner, tried to incorporate that because their large dinosaurs are packaged like this. So there's the back of the box. It's a Series 2. There's the bottom with the barcode and all that jazz. So we don't need that. So let's scoot the camera here. So accessories. It's got this. This is the enclosure that keeps the Giganotosaurus, and once the Giganotosaurus taps that, it breaks down, or it's got this joint where it articulates down or side to side. As you can see, it's quite detailed. It's got the gates where the humans would stand, and this enclosure is actually larger, but because of I just didn't want to include so many accessories. This is what you'll get. So you have multiple of these. You can have the Giganotosaurus trapped by the Manticore group. Jurassic World Dominion logo. The back there is the official logo for Jurassic World Dominion. Signature, which is kind of hard to see. So there's that. Capture gear is quite simple. Not like the one we got for the T-Rex, but it works pretty well, and it's also a better quality of paper. It's not really so thin. It's actually more of a thick paper. And as you can see, you just close the mouth. It goes in right there. Ta-da. Easy capture gear, really simple, but it works. So as for the figure itself, it's quite big. We're going to show off the first action feature, which is the dino damage. So on the other side, it's got this spot here, as you can see. All you got to do is pull it down, and voila, it's damaged. So there is the dino damage piece. It's a more thin paper plastic material, but it still does the job. Articulation. This figure has articulation on jaws. It can go up and down. The neck here does have a little bit of articulation, but it actually is an action feature. So technically you can pose it a little bit, but because of the action feature, which I'll show you, it can't do that. It also has arm articulation, can go forward and back. Excuse me. Same thing on the other side. The legs are also articulated. Go forward and back. Same thing, forward and back. So, no action feature for the legs. The T-Rex had an action feature where you pull the leg and it does move its tongue. But this one doesn't have that. We decided to do something different. So you can pose the Giganotosaurus, and as you can see, it stands pretty well. There's also articulation on this back of the tail, so that can go up and down. Speaking of action features, so the first one is it's going to move this part of the body and these arms when you pull this. So that is the first action feature. And what's really nice is that you can actually hold the figure down and it will actually do the function, as you can see. So that's really strong leg quality, not really thin, more of a thick paper, because one of the most important things about making these homemade figures is making sure that the legs are strong, no matter if it's Godzilla figures, Jurassic World figures, Star Wars figures, whatever. So as you can see, it pounces, which is really awesome. And you can see the arms and this side of the body move. The second action feature is the tongue. Well, I mean, not the tongue. The neck will strike when you pull this tab right there. So that works really nice. And the third action feature, which is kind of a spoiler, but probably not, because of course I haven't seen the movie, but I have a speculation that the Giganotosaurus will break its neck. So there is a neck snap feature, which if you pull this out, it basically breaks its neck. And as you can see, there's even some blood. Not much detail, but a little bit of red, which is supposed to incorporate blood. And as you can see that on the other side. Sorry, this paper's falling down. It's not supposed to do that. Excuse me. And as you can see, it snapped its neck. And you can still do the action feature, which is quite nice, but its head is gonna dangle. So, yeah. Those are the three main action features, so it's got quite a lot in it, but we wanted to make sure that you can still pose the animal, still play with it, and the action features don't really destroy the gimmicks don't destroy the figure. Now let's look a closer look at the details. We are already reaching 10 minutes. I don't want to go past it, but so you guys can understand how detailed this figure really is. So there's the head sculpt. You can see the teeth are drawn in. Same thing on the top side. You can see the eyes, and you can see all the little tiny ridges, lips. tongue, which you already saw that actually. The neck, even the spikes have some details on it, so it's not just colored in. And there is the 04. This is figure number 4 for the Jurassic World Dominion homemade toy line. There's the tail. Actually, let me show you the other side, which does have some battle scars. There's the other side, battle scars. And there's the Jurassic World Dominion logo, look for that. So you know this is an official Jurassic World Dominion homemade figure. There's the top, and there is the bottom with the signature, all the trademark stuff. So overall, I am really proud of this figure. I really wanted to make one Giganotosaurus. Really excited about this dinosaur. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.